Welcome back, lovelies. I am Volpinx. If you're new to my channel, I am a YouTube game reviewer, aka Game Ripper. I'm a game ripper. I love to get into the mechanics and rip them out and know how the story, the graphics, how strategic should this game be. I work through the ins and outs. This channel is starting off with Northgard, so that's a work in progress. Last video, if you haven't checked it out, we went through the Clan of the Horse, knowing how is the Clan of the Horse different from the other clan. Mentioned in the early part of the video what the differences are. And then as we played along, we see that both Brock and Eteria have major differences on how that clan succeeds on its own. I'm gonna boot up this game. Yeah. Now, again, going back to the last video, I mentioned that we were going with the clan of the Kraken? The clan of, of the Kraken. This clan itself was not in the Cross of Vidar. This is a separate clan itself that was not incorporated in any of these stories that the developers have produced. The clan of the Kraken, wielders of fate, the mighty Cirrus of Langbrook, master the occult forces of the word and can turn into fierce Valkyries. The clan of the Kraken. Fearful worshiper of the brutal sea, thrives on its fish-filled coast and knows its dangers too well to sail offshore. Why was that so hard to say? Difficulty, medium. Development, medium. Military, high. Support, low. So it is a support clan, but at the same time, it's more military, and development is a medium sort of development. It is not like the clan of the dragon where it has a fast development. As we go back, I think it was 2 videos back we did that. It was, yeah, high development, so it's very progress if you don't know how to handle that sort of clan. The last one, which was the Horse Clan, also had a medium development. The Kraken itself is a medium development, medium to learn, so it's gonna take some time. Going over to the starting bonuses of this clan, you can't build Longship Docks and access to trade victory, but shipping cabins are 20% more effective. Can be used to fish both in lakes and seas. Okay, so that's where the catch happens, is they don't have Longship Docks like every other clan does, or a harbor like the Raven Clan does, but this has fishing cabins which can be used in both lakes. So the small little fishing huts were lakes that we use to gain fish. So that's gonna incorporate a lot of things. On non-coastal zones, colonization and building costs are 50% more expensive, and unit attack power is reduced by 30%. I'm processing this. Getting closer to the mainlands. They're much more expensive than being on the outer rims of the water itself. That's depending on what kind of land we get, it's gonna really show how that's gonna work out. The Horgr replaces the brewery and produces word, and producing a positive amount. The Kraken will send you new villagers. Oh, that's lovely. You can start with 1 spectral warrior, and you can have more by building Horgr and having negative word. Cirruses can evolve into Valkyries. All right. So this is nothing that I've experienced before, unlike the Clan of the Lion where they have Hildegard. Does it have Hildegard? Yeah, you have Hildegard for her paladins to, you have your monks that turn into paladins. This one here, you have seeresses turning into Valkyrie. Fame bonus. 200 fame, future sight. Spectral warriors increase zone production by 15%. Events are now revealed long sooner than other clans. Your clan feasts each time the Kraken approaches the coasts. Okay. Howl of the Sea Monster requires 50 fame. You have 4 more Spectral warriors. Military units killed have a chance of becoming a Spectral warrior, joining your ranks under your orders. My English is a little bland today. Relics. You can force the Kraken's event. You get the resources of the boats destroyed by the Kraken. Alright, so this is more meant for a bigger map with more clan members around. Tech tree. We did mention what was the difference between the other clans and this tech tree. Endless Tide increases military units' attack power by 10% and reduces their cost by 15%. Military camps increase maximum warband by +1. Valhalla's Enforcement. You can control 1 more Valkyries and Kara. Regeneration increases by 10% and is also active on high tide zones. Near the sea spirit, high tide zones generate 1 crowns and 1 ward and have 1 building slots. And knowledge from beyond, I have nothing for that one. It is blank. Like the black market with the snake. It is blank. We won't know. But we don't have shipping build or building shipment build. That usual one that we get. That's not there. We have Kara, heir to the storm and carrying with her the wrath of the ocean, the mistress in Valkyrie training. Ward, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Assign seeresses to produce word. And when positive, you will receive new villagers. When negative, new spectral warriors will join your army. Horgr. Assign your female villagers to become seeresses. They will increase your clan's word. Okay. Horgr also increase the maximum amount of spectral warriors you can control. So we gotta figure out the spectral warriors. Because if we need to conquer more land, we need more warriors. But I have a feeling that we aren't gonna have our usual building huts. Or warrior huts, not building huts, warrior huts. Fishing cabinet. Assign your villagers to become fishermen who will produce food. Seeress tries to elude the will of the Kraken, bringing foresight and good fortune to the clan. Valkyrie, wielding divine power, the Valkyries are the most powerful members of the Kraken's army. And Spectral Warrior are undead Vikings, are dangerous foes whose mere presence within your borders will reduce your clan's happiness. Now, Spectral Warriors, I did notice that they were in the Cross of Vidar expansion. However, they have not been in the rest of our clan journeys, because this is the 4th clan that we've done since starting the whole clan venture itself. We still have a few more clans to go. So we're going to go with random color, normal, small, and start this game. Alright, so what are we going? We have Spectral Warrior. High tide cancels the building and attack penalties for non-coastal zones of the clan of the Kraken. You can colonize a neutral zone, non-coastal zone, for the normal cost, which makes fishing appear in lakes if there are none. Huh. Okay. We need a scouting camp. Scouting camp? Scout camp. I've lost my spectral warrior. There he is. He's behind the tree. Alright, our usual scouting camp. So, any non-coastal regions, it's double the amount of resources than needed. But if I have a spectral warrior, he can make that zone a high tide and become a non-coastal region. That is good to know. So we're gonna need a fishing cabin, and we are gonna make, or are we gonna build this hut? Yeah, see, that's non-coastal, but there's a lake here. Okay, so we have double the food amount, but it's high. This is a non-coastal land, so if we, from what it reads, read, past tense. High tide. So now that it's water, got water. Now that it's high tide, we don't get hit with the penalty of it not being a non-coastal zone. That's good. So now we have double the food amount. We are gonna need some lumber. And we will need to build a Horgr. And probably a house. We will need a house. But we're all out of wood. Oh, and we have the bird Vedrfolnir. Don't hate me for mispronouncing it. Endless Tide, increase military unit attack power by 10%, reduce their cost by 15%. Military camp, increase maximum warband size +1. We'll do that. Magma flow. Oh. Forge the sword. Assign your villagers to become smiths. Allow you to forge the sword of Odin. Huh. Okay. I've never seen that. Leadership or Legion? In the battleground zones, your units have 30% attack power and attack speed. Rally military units in the same zone as your war chief, attack and move. We'll go with leadership. Plus it gives me a bodyguard. Hopefully that... Oh, I need a war chief. To which I need iron. Portals of Helheim. Oh, there's two different Jotunn. No actual clan leader. Okay. Oh, so the Deer Clan is the enemy of ours. Okay. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I can finally have Kara. And a bodyguard, that's right. weird how they didn't build a harbor. Probably knowing that it's the Kraken Clan? The word Kraken is not sounding right in my head. Nope. Nope, nope. I can have 4 more Spectrals. Oh, wow. Didn't think she'd come up with that many. To the title. Now that's completed. So that was the Kraken Clan. That was an interesting way of learning of the Kraken Clan. You didn't start off with a war chief when you start playing the clan itself. It's not too difficult to learn, but there was moments where, okay, You can't colonize a non-coastal zone unless it's a high tide, which you could use your Spectrals. And then you have your sea resses making wood. Too many words, too many pronunciations. I'm working through this as much as possible. With the Kraken Clan, as you can tell by the starting bonuses, you didn't start off with Longship Docks. You don't start off with fishing farms. I forgot what they're called. But you have, in that clan, fishing cabins, which could be used on coastal regions as well as in lakes and rivers where there's fish. The tech tree is a little different, but overall, it's not a hard clan to learn, as the rating itself says. Medium to learn, medium development. It was a lot of removing the CRSs so I can get some spectral warriors, and then vice versa. Military, absolutely very high advance. You had your Valkyries as well as Kara, who had a lot of skill bonuses. I didn't use her in taking down the Deer Clan, as you can tell was my opponent, but the Kraken Clan is also a low support. It provides a lot of resources, especially a lot of fish, deer. There was a lot of resources that I could use, and with the increases of word, which was considered happiness, I was able to produce more villagers and get more resources for trade and marketplace as well. Next video will be with the Ox Clan. Medium to learn, medium to development, high in military. Support, not so much. It's not a support clan, but we will go through the details of the Ox Clan. From what I could see is Thorfinn is the war chief, which we've experienced Thorfinn in one of the Cross of Vidar segments. It's not new, unlike the Kraken or the Dragon Clan, which we have experienced. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Au revoir, Wiedersehen, bye.